Well, friends, how you doing? Day 10:48. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I am home. I got home about half an hour ago, and it's like just after 11 right now. Normally, when I go to a conference, I don't get back to like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., sometimes even later. And so I'm so grateful to be able to get home so early compared to usual. Conferences we usually have to go to Portland or Spokane. So that's quite a drive. Now they moved it to the Tacoma Dome, which is like so close comparatively. And so grateful because, man, so much more energy. And so what I wanted to come and just share a little bit about really the biggest thing I got from this weekend is just the power of association. And so there's a saying where if you want to change your life or a direction for your life, the quickest way to do that is to change your association. Who are you around? Who do you surround yourself with? Right? Because the five closest people in your life are basically you are the average of those five people. And so how healthy are they? How are they financially? How are they relationally? And so forth, so forth. And so for me, I was just able to get around some entrepreneurs this weekend, people who value freedom, personal growth, developing character, and people who want to have a life of impact. People want to create a better future for themselves and their family, and it was just so powerful to be able to see examples, role models. Like how often do you see examples of leaders who are integrous, who talk about developing leaders, who develop about character-driven, character-focused leadership. And so, a lot of times I think we need to see examples of certain people or situations that we can actually believe that are possible. Today, I heard from a number of couples that were married for over 20 years, some were over 30 years. There's one couple that was married over 50 years, 51 years to be exact. I was like, wow. And so for me, like, it still gives me hope. Like, you know what, one day I can get married and still have a solid, amazing, long-term relationship, a long-term marriage. I find a lot of times nowadays, I talk to people, a lot of times they're younger, they talk about, I don't believe in marriage. I'm like, well, why not? And more often than not, they talk about, they share that, they don't see any marriages that actually last that long. And they give me examples of this and that. Their parents probably got divorced and so forth. And say, well, what if you were to see marriages that actually lasted? And not just marriages that lasted where they would hate each other, but they actually grew more in love. They actually were on the same team. They looked out for each other. What if you were to see those examples? And they're like, well, I don't see them. I say, well, they're out there because I see them. I see examples of that all the time. Why? Because I choose to actually go out there and listen and learn from people like that, because one day that's what I want. So what do you want? That's the biggest question that I would have for you. And so I'm just excited to be able to learn from people who have the fruit on the tree that I want one day. And so, my challenge is to ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? And is that the direction that you want? And if not, then I would encourage you to go find other people that are further ahead than you in the areas that you want those type of results, right? Because that's the fastest way you get there. That's all it is. So I'm pretty stoked. And for those who are wondering, Airalo, my eSIM, so I was able to get a gig of data for $7 Canadian that I can use over a whole week. And so I looked on my account and I still have half a gig left, 523 megabytes. And so that was more than enough, obviously, for the weekend. And yeah, so grateful. But man, my heart is full. I gotta reflect on some of the stuff that I learned, but more importantly, I have to start applying it. Because if you don't apply it, then did I really learn anything? So many times people go to the personal growth seminar or what have you, and they learn all this amazing stuff. They feel great, but then they don't go out and apply anything. And so for me, I definitely don't want to be one of those people. Again, no judgment. I've been there myself, so it's all good. But I definitely want to be a good example of what I want to see more of in the world. Okay? But anyways, I love you all. I love you all. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Have a great night. Bye.